Hey guys, I am Susanna from Elevate Health and Fitness, and this is...
Hi, I'm Tim Hyden with Oak Hill Gardens. I'm a Michelin trained chef, and today we're gonna cook some food together. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It is the season of tomatoes, so I thought it'd be really great to show you all how you can make quick and easy tomato sauce at home using some beautiful heirlooms from the market. You can use any tomato you would like. And yeah, it's quick, easy, simple, and it's not from a jar. So we're just gonna cut out some onions.
Okay.
I think you don't need to overthink great knife cuts or anything like that. Just kind of get in there. Rustic is beautiful, so don't worry about making a perfect dice of onions. This tomato sauce is gonna be versatile for anything you want to do, whether it be a quick pasta, a veggie dish. I think we're gonna make some zucchini noodles later, so we'll show you how to incorporate all of that together.
So I don't know if you all are paying attention to this, but look and make sure that you are keeping the ugly end.
Yes.
And so that way that part stays intact, and then when he's making his cuts, it is dicing, but then the ugly butt of it is still there.
Yeah, and it's really good to keep the root on because it prevents all of the liquid from the onion running out and making your eyes water.
See, he says things cool like that, and I say the ugly butt.
Ugly butt. Well, it's a good way to remember it because it is the ugly butt. That's what holds in all the tear-jerking onion bits. And then next we're going to cut up these tomatoes. And there's a couple things to make a note about with the tomatoes. You just want to cut off this kind of top bit in a little circle motion. You can just slice off the entire top if you would like. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, I'm going to ask questions.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so does it matter? Does all of that need to be gone when we cook?
It does not. Heirloom tomatoes have a tendency to kind of split. You really just want to get the vine bit out, and then there's kind of a tough spot that lives underneath where the vine connects.
Okay.
And it's just going to create a rough texture in your sauce. So you really just want to kind of get rid of it.
Okay, y'all, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm literally going to come up to the camera and show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because some of you all at home are not going to know. So with an heirloom tomato, like literally up in your face right now. So see here, this is an heirloom and it splits and it has these little kind of crusty like portions. And I was wondering, do we need to get rid of all of those portions? And he said, no, we don't have to.
Okay.
You're welcome, people. You're welcome.
So the next part, we're just going to kind of cut it into quarters. And this is the step a lot of people don't know about making tomato sauce. You can actually squeeze the quarters, get rid of the seeds. And that's just gonna add a lot of moisture to your sauce that you're not really going to want. And if you'd like, you can save this for salad dressing, or you can save it for kind of any topping you would like if you're wanting an extra use for your tomato seeds.
You need these up. Pulling them out in case.
Just in case, it's always good. Very exciting. Ooh. Sometimes you get some fun noises.
Oh, I know. That was the tomato. It was not me or him. Disclaimer.
Oh man.
I did not just crap my pants. I might later, but that didn't happen in the video, okay?
Lots of liquid coming out of these. And it's still really flavorful, we just don't really want all that seed in our sauce. Almost done.
So this makes a lot of sense. Okay, I've never actually thought about this at all in the process of tomatoes, and the fact that there is no seeds.
Right, in like canned tomato sauce.
Yeah, I've never thought about that.
And that's not a necessary step. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
I just think it's a fun little pro tip, if you will. And
he is a pro, so there is that.
Well, that's open for debate.
Yeah. It's trap.
I have some garlic that I minced a little earlier, and we have our pan over here. It's on medium-low heat. We're gonna add some olive oil to it.
There's some cheese, and I'm gonna take a look.
And we are going to cook our onions. And I like to season everything as I go. So every time I put something new in the pan, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. You're not looking to add a ton, just a small amount, and that helps pull the liquid out of whatever you were cooking and adds flavor.
Okay. And you did 2 pinches, correct?
Yeah, 2 pinches. There's no precise measurement, really.
But people are gonna want a
Precise measurement,
so
right.
that's why I clarified that for you.
I mean, if you're looking, like you can see this, but my knife cuts in here aren't perfect. When you're making a sauce for yourself at home, they do not need to be perfect. And I kind of like chunks and pops of sauce here, or red sauce for that matter.
Well, and I don't know if you all are this way, and most of the people watching this are probably ladies, but for me, I like chunkiness in my food because it makes me feel like I'm eating more.
Yeah, totally.
And so I like volume. And there's actually a term, it's called volumetrics. And the more veggies that you put in your food, the more you get to consume, and the fuller you are. So if you put in, say, more mushrooms, zucchini, onions, tomatoes, things like that, they don't actually have caloric value, but they have fiber and water. Those things are going to keep you fuller over a longer period of time without adding that. It's very cool. Did you see that, you all? Cooking techniques that I cannot do. Anyways, they keep you full over a longer period of time, and then you don't have to eat as much. So you are able to lose weight as a result of that. So that's another pro tip, you all, is to add more veggies to your meals. And so you can do that for, specifically a meal like this, or even, a real pasta dish, but in your marinara. Like I do that with my meat, I'll also add in veggies. And that way I'm getting some volumetrics in there, and I'm getting more fiber while I'm getting my pasta, if that makes sense.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
Learning quite a bit today. So we're just cooking these onions so they're a little translucent. We're gonna add about 3 cloves of garlic that I minced up. And it's about to smell really good in here. And once again, teeny bit of salt on the garlic just to help pull out some of the liquid called maceration.
It's a good word.
A little flip, get it all incorporated. You don't have to do the fancy pan work. You can just stir it with a trusty rubber spatula. Remember, if we're cooking on the non-stick pan, never use metal. Always use wood or rubber. So it will scratch your pan, and then it will no longer be non-stick. I don't know if that's useful information.
No, yeah, that is useful. People do that all the time and they destroy their pans. One time I had a guest come destroy my pans. I'm so mad, y'all.
Nothing like a bad pan. Just really set you over the edge.
Nothing like a bad guest.
Yeah.
And I was pregnant. I was already on the edge. Really took me over the edge, y'all.
So we're going to go back to our little herb bin here. I'm a huge fan of fresh herbs. You'll see it recurring in pretty much every video we'll do. This isn't a necessary step. I just think it's the right season. Tomatoes and herbs and freshness. And we're going to take some rosemary and we're going to keep the sprig whole and just drop it in the pan. That way when we're done cooking we can pull the whole sprig out and not have to burn it.
I love that you use the whole sprig every time.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Is that unique to you, or is that?
It depends. I kind of adapted it from. What's it? Yeah. Oh yeah. We're just trying to season the oil up a little bit.
What?
Once we add the tomatoes too, it's gonna really pull out a lot of that flavor.
Who are you?
I'm a Michelin star trained chef.
You are Michelin. What?
But yeah, this is actually a technique I've adapted from making a lot of stocks. For when you're making stock, you want to keep everything large, like your carrots large, your celery large, and your herbs in a big bundle. That way, when you're finishing the stock and pulling stuff out, it's really easy to remove, and you're not having to pull out little bits here and there.
Y'all, so I know not everyone has a nose like me, but I wish you could just be here. And I'm not talking about the size of my nose, that's quite substantial as well, but I'm talking about just smelling the smells.
Okay, tomato time. So as you can see, I still kept them pretty large. I don't feel like there's a lot of need to dice up your tomatoes. Because they're gonna cook down. Yeah, and at this point you could add a couple tablespoons of wine if you're able to, but we're just gonna leave all the alcohol out and let the tomatoes kind of do their own thing.
This is the funnest thing I've done in a while.
Good, I'm glad you're enjoying it. What are we gonna do now that we put something new into the pan? We're gonna add some more salt. Just a little bit. We're not seasoning it enough to make it fully seasoned, but we just wanna add salt a lot all the moisture. Season as you go.
Is my life really boring that this is the funnest thing I've done in a while, or is this just me?
I'm gonna say you're getting a one-on-one cooking class, so I think a lot of people enjoy that experience.
This is so fun. I will say this though, it obviously shows that I don't cook a lot, or at least do this kind of cooking, because when he said stocks, I totally felt like stocks and bonds. Shows that I'm a business person, not a
chef.
Not a chef.
We'll get you there.
Yeah.
This guy sells some seeds. So yeah, this is kind of the boring part where you gotta wait for these to release.
This is not boring, but I
moisture.
totally want to get up in there and let people see this. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna take pictures so that you all can totally get a view of this.
The full experience.
Yeah, this is amazing.
So if you're looking for like a fully smooth marinara, you could cook this down and put it into a blender or into a food processor, but I like it kind of chunky and rustic and party for the summertime.
I feel like this looks like something you would see in legit Italy or something.
Well, I'm not claiming to be authentic by any means, but I hope so. You can see there's some moisture starting to come out of the tomatoes a bit.
Like, what is life right now? Wowzers, y'all. Wow.
Maybe quick wasn't the right way to describe this, but it is simple.
I don't think that it's been going that long. I mean, we ain't Giada. We're not trying to make our own pasta right now.
Well, for another day. I can show you how to do that too.
Oh Lord.
For those cheat days. You gotta work for the cheat day. And if you're gonna do it, you should do it.
Oh yeah. I'm up for a cheat day. I didn't earn it today though, I haven't worked out today. So, yeah. Man, that's great.
Time-lapse, big time-lapse.
Mm-hmm. I know, right?
Switch to wrist.
So generally, how long does this process go?
I'd say start to finish this whole thing take about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Hopefully our timing proves that to be correct.
Okay.
Oh yeah, see we're getting some mushy tomato action now.
Okay.
That's really what we're looking for. And also, if you can't find big heirloom tomatoes, you can do this exact same process with cherry tomatoes or pretty much anything. I actually really like to make this dish with blistered cherry tomatoes. So you just take an entire little package, throw it into your hot pan with your onions, and as soon as they split open, toss it with pasta, and it's really light and refreshing.
Okay. Blistered cherry tomatoes?
Yeah, that just means that the skin is split open a little bit.
Already?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Mm-hmm. I can show you that another time as well.
Oh, okay. Did you all know that was a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Was it a type of tomato?
Oh no, it's referring to kind of the technique.
Oh.
The cooking technique. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I did not explain that very well.
Okay, you said blistered cherry. I thought you bought them and they were
They were
already...
called a
Yes, I
blistered
was
cherry.
like, I've
I
never
see.
heard of that. It's like I'm dumber than I thought.
And we're stealing tomato. We're gonna have to
You
crank
can
it
edit.
a little hot. Yeah, see how much moisture is being released from the tomatoes? It's kind of the base of our sauce here. This would be a good time to make a salad if you'd like to have on the side, or it's a very hands-off process once your tomatoes are in here. You could do paperwork, you could do your taxes, you could yell at your kid in the other room doing something.
That would be me. I'd be yelling at my kid.
Yeah.
That would definitely be what I'd be doing. Yeah, or running my business.
Doing some
Exercising.
Does that mean we have to start doing burpees now?
Yes, yes. We'd be doing ab work.
Ab work.
Ab work. That's what
Ab
we
work
do.
on the pasta.
Yep.
Does that mean I have to?
Yes. Yes.
I'm not wearing the appropriate shirt for it.
I care. I would just tell you to take your shirt off and just do it.
Oh, wow, okay. It's that kind of video, apparently.
Yes. Yes. Apparently we do inappropriate videos.
See, we're really starting to get some sauce action now.
See, he just got saucy on us too. It's turned into
just
one of those videos.
Oh, I'm getting excited. Now I'm just kind of poking the chunks of tomatoes to break them down a little bit. Really kind of get them to release as much of the juice as you can.
Okay.
And this is kind of an indication of when the sauce is close to done. Because like for me and tomatoes, I don't like to cook them down very far unless you're going for like, a hearty spaghetti sauce kind of flavor. When I'm making like a fresh tomato sauce like this, it's something that I want to retain a lot of that tomato flavor. And I just want it to kind of taste fresh. The cool thing with this sauce too is you can chill it down. If you want to put it on like a piece of toast in the morning, it's really tasty. It's just like a different kind of alternative to
Ooh,
spread.
you know what would be good, y'all? This with some avocado toast.
Oh yeah, that sounds delicious.
And you could even put some egg
Oh yeah.
on it. This would also be a good time, depending on what type of pasta you're gonna do. I did something for the first time that I've never done. I had chickpea pasta this last week.
I've never heard of it. Sounds good.
It is so good, and it has about 34 grams of protein.
Really?
And it only had about 12 to 15 grams of carbohydrates.
It's amazing.
It was amazing. It was very, very good. I will say this, you need to use way more salt than you think you need to, because it does not retain salt or hold on to salt like a regular pasta would.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. I don't know.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, so that was the only thing. Or maybe it was the brand that I had, I don't know. But salted a little bit more than you think you need to.
Good to know.
Yeah, so you could try that. You could do this with spaghetti squash. You can do zucchini noodles. There's so many different types. You can do a brown rice pasta. I mean, the sky is the limit on the kind of things that you can do while you were letting this,
simmer away.
Yeah, simmer away.
So at this point, the pan is about a third full of liquid being released from the tomatoes, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Wanting to make sure all the tomatoes are cooked and nice and tender, so got a couple minutes left. I left some pretty big chunks here. If you are in a pinch, in a hurry, you can chop those tomatoes down to the smaller kind of size, but I just wanted to show you that you can make this same sauce without needing to fuss with it. It just needs to cook a little bit longer. I'm going to take out the rosemary sprig because it is going to cook and break apart, and we don't want to have to fish out little bits of rosemary. Smells good.
It smells great. It looks great.
So yeah, we're going to reduce the heat down to a low, keep it on a nice low simmer, and I'm going to grab a spoon and taste it and see what we need.
while he does that, I'm gonna eat another thing of cheese. Just to make sure the cheese is doing good.
Fresh, tomatoey, super good. Needs salt. I'm a huge fan of salt.
Huge fan of cheese. Cheese is doing great.
Salt in. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. Usually I always eat the fresh spoon, but because it's just you and I.
This is true. It's the beauty of it being us.
Oh yeah. That is delicious. And the secret weapon to this, we're gonna finish it with a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Something about balsamic vinegar and tomatoes just go hand in hand together. It adds acidity, it adds slight sweetness, just gives it a little more depth of flavor. Don't be afraid of using vinegars.
How much?
I'd say about a tablespoon.
Okay. Okay, science fact for you. A balsamic vinegar is actually going to bring your insulin levels down a little bit, and you will burn more body fat as a result when you add vinegars into your food.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yep, so if you can add a vinegar in, especially when you add it into your lunch and your dinners, because that is where you tend to have a little bit more of a carbohydrate load, and you tend to have your pastas generally at dinner, so you really want to have your vinegars with your salads and your pastas. Add balsamic vinegar in there. Yeah, we just did an ad for that. You're welcome.
Okay. I'm gonna give this one more taste, but we're looking like we're gonna be good to go. That is great. I think that's gonna do.
I'm doing it, but I'm kidding some other veggies because that's how I do.
Oh yeah. Careful here.
But that's I'm gonna let it hang out over here. So you all, we have just finished our, what is it called?
I don't know if it really has a technical name, but I just call it a fresh tomato sauce.
Fresh tomato sauce, and I'm gonna let mine cool down so I don't burn my tongue off, but I already know it's gonna be bomb because everything that he does is bomb, y'all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for us, let us know below in the comments, and if we have any links for you, we will put them below as well so that you can purchase those, and we will see you in our next video. We hope that you have the best day, and we will see you soon. Bye, y'all.
Take care.